Hi everyone, update for you. As I mentioned in my last video, I had a gut instinct that always serves me well that treachery was afoot, and I was right. So I'll tell you what happened. I'll leave you to make your own minds up about it. But it just reinforces the opinion, or not opinion, I suppose, just the fact that if you're homeless, there are people that will discriminate no matter what you do, and will have these assumptions that no matter what you do, you will not be able to change, and it's an annoyance. So, when I started working on the department that I was working on, I had to meet with the director of said department. First thing that came out of his mouth, because he was made aware of my situation, first thing that came out of his mouth upon meeting me, not hello, was, "Have you even got a bank account?" And as I mentioned in the other videos, bit my tongue. As much as I wanted to poke him in the eye, I didn't. And that was essentially the attitude that I dealt with from there on out. He'd accused me of stealing tools, even though it was proven I wasn't. I was called down to a bay, and he said to me, "You can't just go around taking tools." I was like, "What are you on about?" I said, "You haven't got me any tools, so I'm having to use one of the contractor's tools." Again, didn't bite my tongue. I was like, here we go. I've met many a person like you before. And that was the recurring theme. And on Tuesday, I've gone down to work. Oh, bear in mind, I didn't finish work until 1 o'clock Monday morning. I've gone down on Tuesday, and my line manager and the manager of the department I work in, both of which lovely guys, really get on with, they said to me, can you come to the office, please? It's 6 a.m. I'm saying I've got work to do that needs to be done. Okay. We need you to wait here until, I won't say his name, director gets here. I'm like, well, he doesn't get here till 8. So I said, "You want me to sit here for 2 hours and not doing anything when there's work to be done?" I'm like, "Yeah." I goes, "I'm not an idiot. That clearly means you're sacking me. And the fact that it's normally you guys that sack people means he's coming here to do this personally, which means he's obviously doing it for some sort of perverse kick." So I'm a bit pissed. Like, "No, we don't know that. You need to just wait for him to come and see what happens." I'm like, "Whatever. If you don't want me to start work, you're gonna make me sit in here for 2 hours. It's pretty obvious you're sacking me." I haven't done anything to warrant being sacked other than work hard, right? So I was like, "I'm going out to vape." So I've gone out to vape, and then one of the guys has come out, and he's sort of like trying to pretend to make himself busy. And I've just gone to him. "You've been told not to let me out of your sight, haven't you?" He's like, I goes, "You don't have to bullshit me. So I can read it all over you. That's what you've been told, haven't you?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Why?" "I don't know. You'll have to wait to get here." I was like, "No, I won't." I said, "I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours just for him to come down here and be smug to tell me he's getting rid of me because he's not wanted me here since the day I walked into his office." I said, "There's only going to be one outcome if I sit here for 2 hours. I'm going to get angry, and I'm going to do something that's going to get me into trouble. So I'm going to take the mature approach here, and I'm going to leave." "No, you can't do that. You're going to make it worse." I'm like, "How am I going to make it worse?" Okay, I'm in an area that I'm unfamiliar with. I was brought here to do this job, which I've done well, which he agreed with, and with accommodation provided. So not only have I lost my job, I've now lost my home. So in my eyes, that can't really be any worse, can it? So they got away. I said, "No, I haven't got to fucking do anything. Okay, I'm going to get my stuff and I'm going." So I did. I couldn't be asked to wait for him to be smug because I would have got angry. I really would have, because I've worked myself half to death. I really have. And then got my pay slip come through my email. Not paid me any of my overtime and deducted the rent for where I was staying. So they didn't actually pay me essentially anything for the past week. Put me onto the streets, sacked me without good reason, and yeah, took my money. I was still under my probationary period, so it was very easy for them to get rid of me. And my probation ended last week, so it was all very convenient. I've just learned that I've had so many false promises made to me over the years that I don't really take much of what people say to me seriously, because they just prove ultimately in the end what I know will happen. And it's upset me, because I put a hell of a lot into that job and I did a good job. They won't be able to get anyone else to do the work that I did for the money they were paying me. That's for certain. And then to stiff me out of my wages as well. It's just fucking low. So currently in Manchester, I'm staying at a hotel for the moment. Got a couple of plans. I don't know, but it just seems that getting off the streets isn't the hardest bit. You will always have this element like that guy that will define you by the fact you are homeless, that will assume that you had no past prior to that, you have no skill set, you cannot be trusted, and you are all of the assumptions that they make. And no matter what you do, you cannot prove these people wrong. And it really, really gets to me. It really does. But I'll carry on, so I always do. Anyway, I'm sorry it's not good news. Okay, big love. I'll see you soon.